going on, everyone? This is Paul, the 920 Trader with 920 Trading and Trading Decoded. Hey, yesterday we had a really nice options trade back to the downside off of a major level. So today's video is going to be, it's about a 30-minute video after the introduction. I think it's like 28 minutes. It shows, it's a live options. It's a live trade video, folks. I was able to capture it today. So what I did was I captured it before, during. I didn't catch the very end of the trade only because I was kind of limited as far as how much I could record today. But yeah, it's before the trade. I tell everybody, including everybody out there, I tell everybody specifically what I'm looking for. So exactly what I'm looking for to put on a trade. Once my edge presented itself, again, folks, I'm compelled, just like you are compelled to put on the trade when your edge presents itself. And my edge presented itself on this particular trade. And again, when it happens, folks, you are compelled to do it. Now, there was a trade I was looking to get in first thing this morning, but it didn't happen only because we didn't get a fresh cross and we didn't get that through a major level. Now, the trade that you're going to see here in just a couple minutes, this particular trade did not come at a major level. And I talked about this a little bit yesterday. We can take trades at pre-market high, pre-market low, 30-minute demand zones down low, 30-minute supply zones up top, the POC. Or if you're going to take something like, it's called a fresh cross, but it's kind of in between two zones. So it's a continuation play, for lack of a better term. So if you're going to take a continuation play, either to the upside or the downside on a fresh cross, that is what today's video is all about. It was a decent little trade, nothing big. Now, as you can see from the trade, it's a 30-minute chart that we're looking at right in here. So it's not a 1-minute chart. If I were to show you the 1-minute chart, it's just absolutely insane back to the downside. So what happened? The same thing happened today that happened yesterday. So if we look back to yesterday, right in here, so if we look back to yesterday, what we had Donald Trump again. He kind of did the same thing. Well, it wasn't him. It was the press secretary. But yesterday he said, hey, we're getting ready to do tariffs on both Mexico and Canada. So his press secretary came out today and said, starting tomorrow, we're going to do a 25% tariff on Mexico, a 25% tariff on Canada, and a 10% tariff on China. So apparently the market didn't like this, and as soon as they started talking about this, the new press secretary, the tank was on. I mean, it just ran and it ran and it ran and it ran. Now, the question that even my group asked me, they said, don't you like these plays back to the downside or the upside? Well, when it's a big catalyst-driven move like it was back to the downside or to the upside, when we get a big catalyst move like this, it is really easy, even on a signal, even when you get your signal, it's really easy to get whipsawed. So either the president or the press secretary, all they have to say is one thing and it goes the other direction. So I'm not really interested in taking these catalyst-type plays like this. Now, if you're already in a play, because you got a signal to get into a play, that's a totally different thing. But I didn't, personally, specifically, I did not have an edge to get into the trade back to the downside. You can look at it after the fact and go, oh, that would have been a good place to get in. But that wasn't something we knew at the time. So I wasn't specifically looking for a downside play at this time. And again, a lot of people did play it. But I wanted to err on the side of caution only because now I like to take chances when my edge presents itself. But if it's something that is outside of my written rules, I don't like to put on that trade. But again, folks, enjoy this video. This next video, again, it's about 30 minutes long. It's going to go over my exact, well, it's live. It's a live trade. It will tell you exactly what I was thinking before the trade and specifically what I was looking for to put myself into the trade. And it happened. I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes into the trade, maybe 6 minutes into the video, my edge presented itself. And again, I told my group, this is what I'm looking for. And once that happened, I put myself into the trade. Once I was in the trade, and again, you'll see that here in just a couple minutes. Once I was in that trade, I'm talking myself through the trade. I'm talking myself through the entire trade, specifically what I was looking for as far as targets and basically everything like that, target stops, etc. But anyway, now, hey, I hope everybody has a great weekend. I realize it's the last day of the trading week. It's the last day of the trading month. I hope everybody had a good month. I hope everybody had a good day today. I hope you gave yourself the opportunity to get a little bit better. I mean, ultimately, that's all we're trying to do, folks, is we're trying to get a little bit better today than we were tomorrow. So on Tuesday or on Monday, you're going to come back and get a little bit better than you were today. So, and you guys know the thing, smash that like button, you know, all that kind of good stuff. If you're interested in live daily trading, you know what to do too, folks. The link for the Discord is just down below. We'll give you that first week for free. If it's for you, wonderful. If it's not, hey, not a problem. Also, if you're looking for the 920 crossover strategy, 920trading.com. The entire strategy is there. It's there for the world to see, folks. You don't have to spend money on a strategy that may work or may not work for you. There, it's there, the entire strategy. And then there you go. That's it. But anyway, hey, I appreciate everybody spending a little bit of your time with us today. And again, watch the entire video. It's going to go through essentially what I am thinking about, and I think out loud, what I'm thinking about when I go through the trade. But anyway, folks, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys have a really, really great weekend. Now, tomorrow, I've got the newsletters coming out. The newsletter tomorrow is on greed. It's on greed. So we're going to have the newsletter, and we are also going to have the video that accompanies that. So anyway, I hope everybody has a great rest of the day. Until next time, folks, you guys already know we will see you in the markets. All right, so we're doing that recording thing again, folks. We're doing that recording thing again. I wanted to start it a little bit earlier this time, so I wouldn't miss this thing potentially again. I'm looking for about 608.81, 608.81 down here. Nice little 70 or 80 cent pullback, and then see if we can take that fresh cross to the upside. Now, if we get a fresh cross to the upside that doesn't pull all the way back to 608.76, that is going to be considered a continuation play to the upside, and it's a continuation play to the upside because it's not off of a major level. Remember, folks, major levels only, and if you're going to play a continuation play, make sure you predefine your risk. The best way to predefine that risk is what I call an ignition candle. So the same candle that got you into the trade, if it goes against you at that same candle, take yourself out of the trade. I'm looking for essentially maybe a little bit more pullback down here at about 81, 608.81. There we go. Again, we got this nipple right here and maybe down to 76. So 608.76. There we go. And then a pullback and then kind of a recapture and get that 9 to pull back just a little bit. Oh, how close do we get? We're pretty close to that 608, 608.81, 608.81. I am loading up calls right now, folks. I am loading up calls. I'm loading up calls. And again, I got the recorder on. We got really close. We got really close. Again, so this is the setup that I'm looking for, folks. This is the setup I'm looking for. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. Right above 609. Right above 609, folks. Not in yet. Not in yet. Again, support right at 609. Support right at 609. And again, looking for a double cross to the upside and above at least 609.19, 609.19. We got that nice buyer's tail on the bottom of that wick right there. If you're going to jump this thing, folks, if you're going to jump it, make your stop 609. 609, and again, looking for that double cross to the upside, double cross to the upside. And again, I'm telling everybody before I get into this play, we are recording right now. And again, looking for the double cross up, double cross up. We got rejected off that level again, but we do have support at 609.01, 609.01. Watch for your skinny stick, folks. Again, I use the 9 and 20 because that gives me a level of support. And again, trying to breach. I'm looking at a skinny stick right now. Come on, let's get some volume. Let's get some volume. Get above, get above, get above. And we got support at 01, 609.01, 609.01. The 9 is resistance right now, folks. That's why we wait to breach. Wait to breach. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Generally, I wait for those candle closes, folks. We got about 10 seconds. We got about 10 seconds. Watch your 20, watch your 20, watch your 20. If we fail to get above that 20, folks, and again, watch your 9, watch your 20. Oh, this is so close. I know I have support at 609.01, 609.01, folks. But again, watch your skinny stick. Watch your skinny stick still. Yeah, I think it's probably going to push. I do believe it's probably going to push up here. Again, 609.01. We're sitting on 20, 609.01. Again, we're in a fishtail right now. The fishtail is the space between the 9 and the 20. So we got this level right here at 18. We got an 18, got an 18. And again, we're in the fishtail, we're in the fishtail, we're in the fishtail. Still an uptrending day, folks, still an uptrending day. So I will probably take this before. Yep, getting ready, to get in, folks, getting ready to get in. I don't want it to run too far, don't want it to run too far. It's about 30 cents away. And getting ready to get in 3, 2, 1. I'm in the trade. I'm in the trade officially, folks. I am in the trade. Back to the upside. I took calls. I took calls. I took calls. All right. So again, we got that 920. It's essentially a double cross, folks. Excuse me. Essentially a double cross to the upside. I'm looking for at least, we should be able to get 48 pretty easily out of this deal. 48, and then I'm looking for 52. So 609.48, 609.52, 609.48, 609.52. Come on, baby, get a push, push, push. If we get a little bit of resistance out of this, folks, if we get a little bit of resistance, again, try to push it up. There we go. All right. This is a safe spot right here, folks. A safe spot. If we push through, hold on. If we push through, hold on. Right into resistance right there, folks. Be careful, be careful. If we get a push, watch for the push, watch for the pullback. Watch for the push of the pullback, push of the pullback. Again, push or pullback. Again, don't give this thing a whole lot of grace, folks. Give it a little bit, not much. I'm trying to get a past 50, trying to get past 50, folks. Just need a little push, little push. And again, ultimately trying to get up to about 70 or so. Okay, so here's a 5 minute. Yeah, we got basically, got to get past this 52. Struggle, struggle, struggle. Yeah, looks like probably should have taken it off at that level right there, folks, but never mind. I'm going to watch this 9 right here. Going to watch this 9. I'm going to give this thing a little bit, just a smidge. And again, could have scalped that thing all the way to the top there. Did not. Still in it, still in it, still in it. All right, recapture. Come on, baby. Recapture and go up. Come on, baby. All right, again, folks, trying to get up. So we found support. We found support. And again, folks, this is one of those. If we get up to that 50 again, and you don't feel like hanging on to this thing, take your trade off the table. Take your trade off the table. If you don't, if you're not interested in trying to hold through this thing, folks, again, a nice little pullback there. Nice little pullback all the way to the 9. Nice little pullback all the way to the 9. Looking for, see if we can get a couple of candles up here, folks. See if we can get a little bit of volume to push it up. But again, we've rejected here a couple of different times, folks. See if we can keep on pushing it. Come on, baby. Again, I don't really necessarily like it up here again. Give it a little bit, see if we can push through that 52. Push through 52 up here, folks. Come on, baby. Again, we got that bounce off that 9 back to the upside, bounce off that 9 back to the upside. Again, if you're in calls right now, folks, you got to know where you're going to get out if this thing goes against you. Had that nasty little pullback all the way. Well, it's not nasty. There's not a whole lot of room in these things right now. Again, we got into that resistance a couple of different times. We failed each time, folks. We failed each time at that level. Again, I'm giving it a little bit of grace, not a whole lot. Again, trying to take just a smidge. Missed all the good trades, and that's okay. But again, we got that double cross to the upside in an otherwise uptrending market. So it's almost one of those things where we are compelled to put on that trade. And again, we got that pull back to the 9. Here we go. And again, ultimately, I'm looking for if we can get up to 74. And again, I don't know if we can. And again, folks, if you want to take that trade off that table, take it off the table. If we can punch that 51 again, it is. The 9 is crossing the 20 back to the upside. Again, we're right into that resistance. Good, strong resistance. So we just need one little push. See if we can kick this thing up, and then we'll trust that 9 to push it up. Trust that 9, trust that 9, trust that 9. It's not beyond the realm of possibilities to pull this thing back, though, folks. It's not. Again, we have bumped into that area a couple of different times and rejected off of that. But, the whole thing is if we can push up there, yeah, we're rejecting. Again, double cross to the downside. Watch your double cross to the downside, folks. Yeah, it's watch for your double cross to the downside, folks. Watch for the double cross to the downside again. 609.21 is the cut. 609.21 is the cut. 609.21 is the cut. Again, I'm using that double bottom, 609.21. My initial cut was way down here at 609.02. Yeah, it's 30 cents away when I entered. Yeah, it's a little bit. But again, I was just swinging it low down there, folks. Just swinging it low. We got real close again. 609.21, 609.21. It gives you another opportunity to close this trade, folks. Another opportunity to close this trade. Again, we're on top of that 9 now. We are on top of the 9. Number 9. And again, it's one of those, generally speaking, folks, we get into that double cross to the upside, and it goes almost immediately. So I don't know if I have a whole lot of faith in this move to the upside right now. I'm looking at that 5-minute. Yeah, again, you can see all this action on the 5-minute. If we look at this from a 15-minute standpoint, yeah, still pushing up just a smidge. We're on top of that 9. Need a little kick over the edge. Again, folks, if you don't have the stomach for holding on, take yourself out. Again, I don't know if this thing is going to do anything. It's got close a couple of times to at least taking me out. And again, all we need is a push to the upside, folks. Is this the one? We're making okay, so there's our high of the day right there at 60, high of the day at 60. I'm looking for 75. At 75, folks, at 75. That's when we potentially could get that big move up to 6. Well, not a big move. It's another 25 cents up to 610. But again, it gave you the opportunity right here on this candle to push up a little bit higher. Again, your 9 is right here. Let's trust that 9. See if we can push it up just a smidge more, just a little bit more. I'm going to give you a brand new car at the end of this one, Mr. Mortis. I just saw your message. Level 5. And again, folks, looking for 75 up here. 75. We should, It's not beyond the realm of possibilities to get a couple of big candles if we get up to 75 or so, folks. 75 again. Generally speaking, so we're looking for the average on the conservative cross, folks. The average on the conservative cross is 53 cents in SPY dollars to the upside. Okay, I'm sorry, yeah, 53 cents. So a little bit less than a half a dollar after a conservative cross. So the conservative cross happened. We got a cross at 1053. Then that first green candle was at 1055. So from a probability standpoint, we're looking at about 92. So 609.92. And again, that's just based on probabilities. That's going to be close to our 610, but 609.92 up there is what I'm looking for. If we breach those levels, 75 first, I'm looking for 610.31. That's going to give us a $1 move off that double cross. And again, that's what I am looking for. And again, really need to close up here at 52. Stay above 52, stay above 52. Now, we want to stay above 49. We've got a nice little shelf at 609.49. If you're still in these calls right now, folks, if you're still in these calls right now, remember, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're just watching lines on a screen. It looks, I mean, it's obviously pushing up, but it doesn't look to be the strongest move in the world, obviously. 609.49, 609.49. And again, stay above that level. I know I sound, for the people out there that are going to be watching this YouTube video, I know that I sound like an auctioneer. I understand that. I recognize that. But I'm calling out these levels to help everybody in the group. I'm also doing it to help myself. Don't breach a 9 back to the downside, folks. Don't breach a 9 back to the downside. Watch 43. Watch 43. If we breach, folks, she's going to come on down. If we breach, she's going to come on down. Still safe, 609.43, 609.43. We are above. And again, folks, we'd really love to stay above 46 up here. 609.46 is the 9. Get ready to take myself out. Yeah, this is really, it's not real strong looking right now, folks. It's not real strong looking. Got my finger on the trigger, getting ready to take myself out unless we do something pretty nice back to the upside, folks. And we're still above. We got that recapture of the 9 back to the upside, recapture of the 9 back to the upside. And again, folks, my job number one is to, well, I mean, you can say call out trades. Yes, you can say that. But it is to obviously call out the levels, what I'm seeing, and do my best to call out these levels in such a way and to call out these plays in such a way that people have a little bit of confidence and they remain as calm as possible in the trades. And again, we're still looking good, folks, still looking good. We got real close. I got real close to stopping myself out. And again, we're above that 49, above 49. Still looking for a close over 50, let's say 60. Close over 58, 58. Again, still safe, still safe. Trust your 9. Woo. Oh, man. All right, folks, again, we're still safe. We're still safe for right now. And I'm looking for 609.75, 609.75 to bust this thing, bust a move, just like old young MC back to the upside. And hopefully I get some comments on that. All right, folks, again, if you're still in this trade, looking for a close over 75, close over 75 at 75, folks, at 75. That's what we should, unless they're defending that, they could be defending that position. One of two different things is getting ready to happen in the next couple of minutes, folks. Either we get big candles to the upside right here, and we take out that 610 in about 2 minutes, or we get a hard reject. Again, so watch this level, 609.75, and I'm talking about this level. I'm only talking about this level because there's a nice shelf on the 30-minute. So again, at this level right here, if we fail to push up hard, really hard, we're coming down. So again, watch this level right here. Need to maintain 64. Come on, let's do it. I'm calling for 2 minutes up to 610. 2 minutes up to 610. Did we get that close above 75? We got that close at 73. We really need to close above 75. And again, just relax, breathe. We're just watching lines on a screen, folks. Just watching lines on a screen. Come on, baby. Trust what you're seeing. Trust what you're seeing. Trust what you're seeing, folks. Again, 610, 610, 610. Again, a close over 75 should give us 2 minutes to 610. Should, unless we get a push back to the downside. There we go. Yep, 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 yep. Again, close over 75. Close over 75, folks. Still safe, still safe, still safe. 78. I think the level's at 78. I'm going to show you that real quick. Again, 30 minutes. This is the shelf I'm talking about right now. I've got switched over to my 30-minute on the screen that I'm recording on. And I'm looking at the 1 minute on my left-hand screen. We're trying to get a skinny stick that's pushing us up, but here is the shelf. This is why I said at this level, folks, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a push, a hard push up, or something pretty quick back to the downside at that level. But again, we hit that level, we hit 75, we hit 75, we hit 75 again, folks. Watch 64 for support. Again, it's been a nice trade, been a decent little trade, had a couple of pullbacks that we were looking for, but again, stay above 64, above 64, above 64, folks. And again, a pullback at this point, I see us pulling back to 55 if we fail to move up in the next couple of minutes. Again, pull back to 55, and we got that 9 at 60. So a pullback to 55 is not beyond the realm of possibilities. But again, folks, we're just watching lines on a screen. Our job as traders is to execute according to our trading plan. And again, folks, as much as I'm talking everybody else through the trade, I'm talking myself out. I'm talking myself through the trade also. Oh, I just pulled myself away. Careful, careful. There's your 55. There's your 55. There's your 55, folks. And again, breach that, she's coming down. Breach that, she's coming down. Breach that, she's coming down. That level right there. Again, 54, 55, 55, 55. Again, you got that shelf right there, folks. This one's just trying to take us out. Again, watch your levels, watch your levels, watch your levels. Again, we got that nice, we got that just barely safe, barely, barely, barely safe, folks. Just barely. I'm getting ready to take myself out again if we don't recapture pretty quick, folks. Still safe above 54, folks. Safe above 54. And again, we got rejected out of that level that I was looking at. It's a shelf. It's a shelf. It's a shelf. I'm getting ready to take myself out again, folks. Not take myself out again, but again, getting ready to take myself out again. Try to recapture that 9 back to the upside. Still safe above 55. Still safe above 55, folks. Again, plan, 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 folks. It's all about the plan. It is all about the plan, folks. All about the plan. Now I got to use this double bottom right here at 62. Got to use the double bottom at 62. That's going to be our support, double bottom at 62. Stay above 65. I like to stay above 65, but watch, careful, careful, careful. And I only say careful because if we breach that 62, we're coming back to that 55. 62 should take us to 55 if we get a breach. It's just after noon, or just after 11 o'clock on the Eastern Seaboard, just after 11 o'clock on the Eastern Seaboard. I don't like it. It looks kind of weak. Looks kind of weak. Nevertheless, I'm looking at the 5 minute. 5 minutes still looks good. Still looks good. All right. All right. Recapture, recapture, recapture. 610, 610, 6. If we get to 610, folks, if we get to 610, and we hold, if we get above 610, I'll hold on to this trade. If we don't, if we struggle into 610, I will take this trade off the table. But we got to get there first. We got to get there first, and having a hard time getting that close over 80. Hard time closing over 80, but we're riding that 9 right now, folks. Again, the 5 minutes. Again, 5-minute looks like this. All right, we're pushing up. Still good, still good, still good. Again, at least for the time being. So we're going to push it up. Stay above 68. Stay above 68. Really need to close above 80. 609, 80, 609, 80. Oh. Yeah, again, we keep on stopping that same spot, folks. Yeah, I got to take myself out here pretty quick, pretty quick. I'm going to give this. I'm watching my 20 here. That's the only thing. I didn't see that big pullback coming. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Get a little bit of momentum back to the upside. A little bit more momentum, folks. All right, so move off the 20. My recording is going to stop here in about 5 minutes, folks. So if it does, yeah, and it's I can only record for 30 minutes on one of my apps that I use, or the program, not an app, but a program. Again, having a hard time closing up. Close over the 9. Close over the 9. Close over the 9 again. All right. And again, if you guys are still in this trade, we're still safe. And again, I feel like that is one of my jobs, folks. That is one of my jobs, is to not only talk about the chart when I'm not in it, or talk about what I'm seeing. That is my job, folks. And again, hopefully, and again, I've got this all recorded. This entire trade is recorded right now, folks, and that will be on YouTube later today. But I told everybody specifically what I was looking for before I got into the trade. And then again, I took the close at 1048, close at 1048. I told everybody exactly what I was looking for, and I did get into that trade. And I told everybody I got into the trade, and hopefully I've done a good enough job talking everybody through this trade. Come on, 610, 610, 610. Little high-voiced action there. Let's see how much more I have here. I've only got about 3 more minutes of recording time. It'll only give me 30. Again, 610, 610. If we get above this level, folks, if we get above this level, then what we're going to do is we're going to hold on to that trade. We will hold on to that trade, folks, above 610, above 610. And again, if we fail at that level, again, take it off the table, take it off the table, take it off the table. Good support on the 9. We came down and touched that 20, more times than I generally like to touch that 20. But nevertheless, after we got that cross to the upside, after we got that confirmation candle, which is at 1055, we really only touched the 20 one time. That was a couple of minutes ago. So we came down, tried to test it. We tested the 9 a couple of times, but we knew we had good support based on the volume profile, folks. And there are detractors out there. Some people don't, I love volume profile. I don't know about you guys, but it just shows, other than just regular basic support and resistance, it shows us where the volume has been laid down. So I'm a big believer in it. Anyway, folks, 610, looking for 610, looking for 610. And again, this thing is getting ready to, getting ready to push. Come on. And my recording is good for another, looks like about 2 minutes. So, yeah, watch your 9, down to 73, 609, 73, 609, 73. Oh, one more push. One more push up, folks. One more push up. Again, this is kind of a dirty move. It's not nearly as clean as I like the moves, but again, hopefully the commentary has helped everybody in this trade, folks. That is ultimately the hope, folks, is that what I'm doing helps everybody with their trades. 610, 610, 610. Push through and I'll hold on. Push through and I'll hold on, folks. I got a minute and a half. It's probably going to do that, Nacho. I'll know exactly when the recording stops because I'll hear myself in the background. And yeah, seriously, it's literally getting ready to happen in 1 minute. We need 1 more minute. You know, when we got up here, I thought we were going to take 2 minutes to push up past that 73. Now, again, folks, once we get to that trade, let's see if we can push up just a smidge. Come on, just push up, just push up, just push up. And again, we got less than a minute. I'm looking to get up there. Once we get up there, I'm going to stop the recording. Once we get up there, I'm going to stop the recording. I've got about 40 seconds left to record here, folks. 40 seconds left to record, so I don't want it to stop. So, folks, here, and I'm talking to YouTube land right there, right now, talking to everybody out there. If we get to 610, I don't know that we will, but I hope you all have enjoyed this trade. It's been a good trade. We're still in this trade, so yeah, that's how we do it.